Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to see the rest of the chapter 4. We were discussing about the conversation between Miss Fairchild, Mr. Easton, and the rough-faced man. The rough-faced man introduced Mr. Easton as the marshal. "My dear Miss Fairchild," said Easton calmly, "I had to do something. Money has a way of taking wings unto itself. And it takes money to keep steps with our crowd in Washington. I saw this opening in the West, and a marshalship isn't quite as high a position as that of ambassador. But here, with this conversation, Mr. Easton is trying to say that he is the real marshal and that the job is not enough for him. He is striking on the importance of money in our life. If we do not have enough money, it will take out our wings to fly up. And also this same money can give you all the requirements. If you do not have enough money, that can cause a lot of difficulties in your life. So here, Mr. Easton is stressing on the importance of money. And at the same time, he is stressing on a good social status. He is comparing his job with the job of an ambassador. "The ambassador," said the girl warmly, "doesn't call anymore. He need not ever have done so. You ought to know that. And so now you are one of these dashing Western heroes, and you ride and shoot and go into all kinds of dangers. That's different from the Washington life. You have been missed from the old crowd." Fairchild comes to know that Mr. Easton has given up his luxurious life in Washington and has taken the job of a marshal in the West. Then the woman says she also loves the West and wants to live there. The girl's eyes, fascinated, went back, whitening a little to rest upon the glittering handcuffs. "Don't you worry about them, miss," said the other man. This is the rough-faced man who is talking here. He noticed that again Miss Fairchild is staring at the handcuffs. And to make Mrs. Fairchild little more comfort, the rough-faced man continued. He said, "All marshals handcuff themselves to their prisoners to keep them from getting away. Mr. Easton knows his business." That time Miss Fairchild asked, "Will we see you again soon in Washington?" "Not soon, I think. My butterfly days are over, I fear," said Easton. Here, butterfly days are compared with the freedom. Mr. Easton is telling that his days of freedom is over. "I love the West," said the girl irrelevantly. Her eyes were shining softly. She looked away out the car window. She began to speak truly and simply without the gloss of style and manner. "This communication is very friendly and casual," she said. "Mama and I spent the summer in Denver. She went home a week ago because father was slightly ill. I could live and be happy in the West. I think the air here agrees with me. Money isn't everything, but people always misunderstand things and remain stupid." By this conversation, Miss Fairchild is trying to say why she is traveling to Denver, and she is explaining that she is more confident in West. "The air here agrees with me" stands for all the things are making her more comfort in the West. And she is commenting on the words of Mr. Easton that money is everything. She says money is not everything, but people always misunderstand money is everything and remain stupid. Meanwhile, the rough-faced man is interfering their conversation. "Say, Mr. Marshall, this isn't quite fair. I am needing a drink and haven't had a smoke all day. Haven't you talked long enough? Take me in the smoker now, won't you? I am half dead for a pipe." By interfering, the rough-faced man is asking Mr. Easton to take him for the smoke room. He explains that he need a drink and he haven't had a smoke all day. The rough-faced man is asking Mr. Easton if he have talked enough, take him to the smoke room. The bond travelers rose to their feet. Mr. Easton with the same slow smile on his face. Here, bond travelers stands for Mr. Easton and the rough-faced man. They are bound together with the handcuff. I can't deny a petition for tobacco, Mr. Easton said lightly. It's the one friend of the unfortunate. Goodbye, Miss Fairchild. Duty calls, you know. He held out his hand for a farewell. He said to Miss Fairchild that duty calls and he can't deny the petition of that rough-faced man for a tobacco. And he waved his hand for a good farewell. It's too bad you are not going east, she said, recollecting herself with manner and style. But you must go on to Leavenworth, I suppose. Yes, said Easton. I must go on to Leavenworth. After that conversation, the rough-faced man and Mr. Easton went out of that cabin. Two other passengers in a nearby seat heard the entire conversation. One of them commented that the man, Mr. Easton, holds such a prestigious post of a marshal at a very young age. He said that a marshal's a good sort of chap. Some of these western fellows are all right. Pretty young to hold an office like that, isn't he? Asked the other. Then the other man comments that he has never seen an officer to handcuff a prisoner to his right hand. Young, exclaimed the first speaker. Why, oh, didn't you catch on? Say, did you ever know an officer to handcuff a prisoner to his right hand? The first speaker asked a question to the second speaker. So, at the very end of the story, we came to know that actually the glum-faced man is the officer and Mr. Easton is the prisoner.